Would you like to hear a little song I made up to help children learn how to count by threes? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. I can count by three. I do it all the time. And there's 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 64. We are going to count by 4 today. Make up the rest of the words yourself. And I can't think of anything more. You don't have to do 5s. And 6s, I don't remember. 6, 12, 6. I don't remember if I had a tune for them. Anyway, I think it was very useful to count by 3s with my kids. To teach them how to count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. I can count by 3. I do it all the time. If you don't know that, you can do it too. Here comes Lori. Here she comes. She's just coming around the car. Well, you want to say hi to Lori? Alrighty then.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Nancy.
Lori.
We have mushrooms growing in our little barrel
You do?
at the side.
Oh, we're being videoed. Would you like to say hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello to all the people.
Oh, hello. Good morning. Happy Sabbath.
Good morning, good morning. I get to bring Lori to church, so we get to hang out every week for an hour and a half every time.
We've been friends for over 30 years.
What? That's a
Yes,
long time.
Yes.
Wait a minute. What year did I get married? 88? What? The same year you got married?
Yes.
What was the year?
That was right.
88?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
98?
What
108?
month? What month did you get married?
December.
December 88?
When did you get married?
July 88.
Oh, so we were married in 87 then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were married before we were.
87, 87, 97, 107, 117. So we've been married 29 years this year. How many years is it for
Well,
you?
then we know each other for 29 years.
29 years. She took Willem to a press trip. No, not a press trip. A
Singles conference.
Singles conference. Our church has something for everybody. So there was a singles conference, and she took Willem. She encouraged him to go, but he was so shy, and he did not want to go. And you tell the rest of the story, Lori. Go ahead.
Well, we saw Willem at this conference walking up to us with the biggest grin after the third day. And there was this Nancy with her big red fluffy hair, grinning just as big as he. And in the car coming home, Willem was absolutely in seventh heaven. He could not stop smiling. He really was euphoric.
That's so cool.
And every time you see Willem and Nancy, there's this adoration between them and the big grins and the long looks and pauses in conversation as they gaze into one another's eyes. I mean, the love is just so huge between them.
He kept saying, after he met me, Lori told me, he kept saying, I've met my true love.
Yes. Yes.
Over and over.
Truly she is. You can tell. I mean, everybody feels it. And I think the kids are a little jealous.
The kids are jealous?
Well, you put each other first before the kids. I mean, I come and babysit for you, so you go to the temple and they have fun with me, and you have your way of, expressing your love for God in your multiple diverse ways, and your children are just as multiply just talented, and it's just everybody has their space, and the gentleness that I see in your families and the forgiveness I see in your family is just an example to the whole world of how the Spirit of Christ works in Christian families. I even felt that in my life insurance business. Whenever I go into a home that was a home of domineering one over the other. And that
Yeah,
spirit-
Willem doesn't dare domineer over me.
And you dare not dominate over him. You've got too much respect for him. You adore him. That's what makes it so.
He's so
pleasing.
lovable.
Oh, he is. He's a teddy
He's
bear.
just a teddy bear. He looked like a
Gentle.
just an overgrown teddy bear.
Soft spoken.
You know that at that conference we went to this dance and he was dancing with me and I looked at his eyes and he was looking at me with these puppy dog eyes, this love, and I thought, uh-oh, he's in love with me. What if I dump him?
No.
That's what I thought.
Oh no. Oh no. He fell so fast.
Mhm.
And you were always looking to have a scientist. I remember you telling me. He was the epitome of your list of what you wanted. That's how it was so quick, I think. Partly in
Well,
addition to
I
all
thought I should find out who he was. He was in line, and I thought, well, I only came to that conference because I was in the middle of exams, and I just wanted a break, and I wanted to feel the love of the sisters, because exam time was so hard. And while I was, on the Friday night, we were standing in line waiting to check in or get food or something. Anyway, and I was behind him, and I said, hi. And I told him my name. I said, what's your name? And he said, I can't say what he said his name was, but it was not like his real name is because he has such a thick accent.
Oh, a Dutch accent.
Yeah. Anyway, so I asked a few questions. I said, so where do you work? And he said, the dosimetry registry of the Radiation Protection Bureau for Health Canada. And I thought, and I said, what kind of an education do you have to do that? He said, oh, I have a PhD in chemistry. Well, click. Good. My last husband, he had quit at grade 8. And he was he was a brilliant man, but he was so chip on his shoulder that I had an education and he didn't.
Yes.
But he was so smart. He would read all the encyclopedias all winter.
Wow.
Like we were snowed in, so
Yeah.
he would take A and he'd read it from cover to cover, and then he'd get B. He just would read. He read all the encyclopedias.
Just thirsty for knowledge.
Yeah, he was really amazing. But anyway, he didn't like that I had an education. So when Willem had a PhD, that was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
And then that evening, somebody was playing the piano. Do you remember that? At the end of the night, oh yeah, you were there.
Yes.
At the end of the night, there were people on the piano, and this one woman, and like they were playing Row, Row, Row Your Boat or something very simple. 4 hands on the piano. He was doing it. They had like, this was a symphony of, it was rock and roll of whatever it was. It was just the most amazing way to play this piece. And then he just kept going on, and I came over behind him, and I put my hands on his shoulders. I can't imagine how forward I was being. Stood behind him and listened to him play. I was blown away. And then after that, we went out and sat and talked. No, was it that evening? Whatever, I don't know. Anyway,
It was the first or second evening.
yeah, we sat in the hallway and talked.
Yeah.
That was after that dance with his puppy dog eyes.
So he fell hard and fast.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was my normal loving self,
Yes.
and he picked right up on it.
Oh yeah. Like a bear eating honey.
Like a what?
Like a bear eating honey.
Yeah.
He's so big. Yeah, he's a big man.
He's so adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Kevin, my babies were 6, and 6'7", or something like that. With Willem, they were 8, 9, 8, 12.
Yeah.
Humongous big ones.
I enjoyed your children. And the challenge that people felt was bad, I just saw his intelligence and
always boat.
Yeah.
No, and he would climb the walls.
Yeah.
He was really a wall climber.
Yeah.
He would
Not every boy is meant to be sitting in a chair.
he could climb up a pole, and he would climb up between the doorways. He put one foot on either side, and up he go. But you know, Daniel decided to learn to do somersaults. So he would do somersaults on the grass. Not somersaults, I mean flips.
Oh.
He would stand there and do a flip.
Okay.
Standing flip, and then he would doing it like on the pavement, and I was just so worried he was going to land on his head, or he was going to break his back. It was rather hard raising those boys. They would take barrels. I had these barrels, big 40-gallon drums. They stacked them on top of each other. I think they had 2 on top of each other, maybe 3, but I think it might have been 2. They would climb up the barrels, and then they would jump off into the grass.
Wasn't enough hillsides around for them.
Oh my gosh. Well, they did love this.
It's good you moved out to the country.
It is, because our neighbor in town, we had a shared driveway, and the kids would go across this shared driveway, and they would turn his water on.
Oh.
And one day it flooded his basement.
Oh, this shit.
And then he had beautiful tulips. His whole yard was full of beautiful tulips. And then I don't know exactly what was happening with my kids and his tulips, but then Virginia wanted a rabbit. Anyway, I got her a little rabbit, and that rabbit became a lot of rabbits. They got loose.
Oh.
And so they lived out under the shed. Who knows? They may still live out there. But so our neighbor at one point said, "I don't think I'm going to plant tulips anymore. Between the rabbits and the kids."
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Boy, that guy, he was pretty patient though. He worked with Boy Scouts.
Oh. Good man.
Mm-hmm.